Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
My Black Hole Stormtrooper from Hot Toys is getting ready to ship. This will be my first Hot Toys Star Wars figure, even though they put up others for pre-order beforehand, because this was the Seoul convention exclusive at the end of last year. This one was ready to go, so I will have that and be reviewing it soon. And when we review that, we're going to be joined by Andrew. He's one of our video editors doing the show. He's doing this week's video, and he is all in on Hot Toys. I have not done that. I got the Black Hole Stormtrooper, but he went in even when Hot Toys partnered with Sideshow to do that Bespin Luke Skywalker. And so here's Andrew giving us a review of that Bespin Luke to prepare you for what Hot Toys can bring to the galaxy far, far away.
Hey everybody, Andrew here, and I'd like to talk to you today about a little toy company out of China, Hot Toys. For years, we've had to watch as our Marvel collecting friends have waved their super articulated, highly detailed 1/6 scale Hot Toys figures in our faces. For years, we've had to listen to Arnie, Marjorie, and Justin talk on Marvelicious Toys about the plethora of offerings that Hot Toys has given their line. For years, we have wondered what the toy company would do with our beloved Star Wars brand. Well, that all ends now. As you have undoubtedly heard, Hot Toys acquired the license to create Star Wars figures back in July of 2014, and leapt onto the playing field in September by announcing their first ever Star Wars figures, Han Solo and Chewbacca. Wait. Something isn't right here. I seem to remember...
I gotta say, the one thing that really kind of jingles my bells a little bit, but I haven't placed the pre-order yet, is Hot Toys getting into the Star Wars market with the Bespin Luke.
That's right. Back in late 2010, rumors started circulating about an imminent announcement from Hot Toys about a new Star Wars line. Then, at San Diego Comic-Con 2011, we got the unveiling of the real first ever Hot Toys Star Wars figure, Luke Skywalker in his Bespin outfit. So with the upcoming arrival of the Hot Toys Shadowtrooper, I dug through my collection and pulled out my Bespin Luke for an in-depth review. Now this figure was part of their DX series and was done in collaboration with Sideshow Collectibles, and of course that means that there was a standard version and a Sideshow exclusive version. Interestingly, at the time it seemed Hot Toys was gearing up to do a full line of Star Wars figures, but for some reason, Luke is the only one we got. Now I didn't order this when it first came up for pre-order in November of 2011, or when it was originally slated for release in the spring of 2012, or when it was finally shipping later in that fall. Oh no, I decided to wait and get it on the secondary market. Why? Well, because I'm a procrastinator, that's why. What of it? Now, okay, honestly, a large factor in my procrastination was that it originally retailed for $300. And I first balked at the idea of spending that much money on a single figure, but then I realized it actually comes with two Luke Bespins. One clean and pretty, and one beat up and battered from his fight with Darth Vader. And I think that's probably my main critique of this figure. I mean, what's the purpose of having two versions of basically the exact same figure? The clothes are removable, so they can easily be swapped. Why not just say that it comes with swappable heads and cut the price in half? Now, I have no evidence to back this up, but it could be that the steep price point led to slower and lower sales than what Sideshow and Hot Toys wanted, which is what led to this being the first and last Hot Toys figure of that line. But now let's talk about what we actually get. Disclaimer. Before this purchase, I have only ever owned three 12-inch Star Wars figures. A Power of the Force Han Solo that I got as a gift in the 90s, a C-3PO that I got on clearance from Ballantine Books, and a Sideshow Clone Trooper that I also only got because I couldn't pass it up for the price that it was going for. I've just never been into the big figures and typically focused my action figure collection on the 3 3/4 inch lines. But Hot Toys may have changed all that with these figures. First off, let's talk about the packaging. Now, I'm a sucker for solid, well-designed, non-destructive packaging that also displays the product to the consumer as he or she opens it. Especially with high-end products, I want my experience to start as soon as I cut open the shipping box. And this packaging doesn't disappoint. It has a nice thick box with a magnetic clasp holding it shut, and I just love the artwork on it. It's got a Star Wars logo with this discrete images displayed in the logo. Inside is a nice little insert with this little cardboard plaque that you really wouldn't want to display, but beneath that insert are the figures themselves. And when I originally pulled out the clean and pretty Luke from the styrofoam, I thought I'd been ripped off because I didn't buy it directly from Sideshow. I bought it on the secondary market. His head fell apart right in my hands. His hair actually fell off. Now, it turns out that that's actually a feature of the figure. Beneath that perfectly sculpted 80s mop is a little lever that you can use to move the eyes around. Now, this absolutely floored me. Remember the previous 12-inch action figures that I had experience with. Now, this was revolutionary to me. Plus, the eyes are so lifelike. Moving them around in the skull is actually a little creepy looking when he doesn't have half his head. The facial sculpt is also really good. If it isn't an exact match for Mark Hamill's face, it's pretty darn close. Certain angles look better than others, but overall it looks great. And there's tons of details in his clothes, lots of little pockets, some of which are sewn shut, but others that are actually functional pockets. The threads are obviously a little big, but that's really unavoidable at this scale. I was also really amazed that he actually comes with an undershirt since it's hardly visible underneath his little jacket. He's got a cool belt that's got a little clip on it that you can hang his unlit lightsaber hilt from, and of course a holster that you can put his blaster in. Now, as I mentioned, there's a second figure in the box. And this one really looks even better than the first one. I think the clean one's clothes are just a little too neat and tidy, but this second one looks like my dog got a hold of it and used it as a chew toy. And that's a good thing. His clothes are all torn and worn in the shoulders and knees, and really looks like he took a beating from a Dark Lord of the Sith. And his facial sculpt looks even better. Maybe it's the fact that his mouth is slightly open, or that he doesn't have quite as perfect a hair, but I think they really just nailed the beaten down look of this one. The Lukes come with a total of 5 pairs of hands, some in fists, some open, and some molded to hold either his blaster or lightsaber. Now here's where it's obvious that Hot Toys wanted to make the definitive Bespin Luke. They also included a bloody stump of an arm and a severed hand. Now, I don't know how you're going to display that severed hand, maybe dangle it from some fishing line or something as it falls, but I just think it's hilarious that they included that little detail. And here's the best part. The severed limb has a magnet in it, so you can actually attach them together. Now, unfortunately, the magnets aren't very strong, so you can't really have him hold his lightsaber like he does in that scene, because the slightest movement causes it to fall off without the assistance of a red lightsaber. There's also that cool little medical tourniquet that Luke wears once he's on board the Falcon, which is really nice. He also comes with 2 lightsaber hilts that you can hang from his belt, and a nice translucent blue blade that can attach to one of them. And he comes with 2 blasters, so you really can display both of them at the same time. As I mentioned, there's an exclusive version of these figures. It comes with an interesting exclusive third head, the decapitated, blown open head of Darth Vader from the cave on Dagobah. I say it's interesting because the set is called Luke Skywalker in Bespin outfit, but I guess it makes some sort of sense, since Luke wears the same duds when confronting his vision of Vader in the cave. It's a great little sculpt and even includes a nice little detail of the cauterized blood vessels at the bottom of the neck, and he's got some creepy dead eyes, which can't be moved like the living Luke's. The only real downside is that there's really no good way to display it like it's seen in the movie, as the weight of it causes it to roll to one side or the other, hiding Luke's dead face. Since there are 2 figures, it only makes sense that you include 2 stands, right? Well, Hot Toys did one better. They actually gave us 3. There's a standard oval Star Wars base with a little Luke Skywalker plaque, and there's also a slightly fancier triangle-shaped one. Both of these stands are fine for what they are and display the figures while standing, but the third base takes these figures to a whole new level. I remember in Hasbro's Saga line that was running between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, they had one of the coolest figures I'd ever seen. It also was a Bespin Luke, but he also came with a weather vane that he hung from at the bottom of Cloud City, and the top of it was a giant suction cup you could stick to the bottom of a shelf and turn it into a little diorama on your desk. Well, imagine that same concept, only in 1/6 scale. The Hot Toys weather vane is the final part of the set that seals the deal for me. It's awesome. It's big, and the top of it can be converted between 2 modes, one to be mounted to your ceiling, and one to be mounted from your wall so you can hang the defeated Luke from it in style. It also comes with a base for the weather vane so you can simply stand it up on your display shelf if you prefer it to be on the same level as the rest of your collection. Oh yeah, and did I mention that it had a light up feature? I didn't? Well, it does. It's got these solid blue LEDs and these blinking red LEDs just like you see in the movie, And that, my friends, is how you make a cool display. Overall, this is an incredible pair of figures. I still don't understand why they didn't just do a single body and allow you to swap the clothes and head. Maybe they heard too many complaints from Barrett about how dressing up figures makes them feel too much like dolls. We may never know. But revisiting them has me more excited than ever that Hot Toys is once again diving into the Star Wars realm. And this time it looks like they're here to stay. Since the announcement of the license, Hot Toys has already announced 7 1/6 scale figures and 1 1/4 scale figure. The first to be arriving is most likely going to be the Shadowtrooper, and the Stormtroopers should be arriving shortly after that since I got an update on my order stating that the Stormies had been moved up to an April-May release. So you'll be hearing from me again soon as we review those figures as they arrive. Until next time, this is Andrew signing off, and I send you back to our hosts, Arnie and Marjorie.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew, perhaps me and your wife need to have a chat about this all-in Hot Toys thing and form some sort of club. Because these can get expensive when you're all in.
Yeah, because Sideshow did just put another one up for pre-order while we were covering Toy Fair. The Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope went up for pre-order, and that's got a really good Alec Guinness likeness. Really good. I've never wanted a Guinness so much as this Hot Toys, because I don't like the thick beers.
I do.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.